Welcome back to Bill's Bets and Beers. I'm your host, Chad. I got a special guest here today. It's Sports with Strawberry Ice. Big Bengals creator over there. Got his own beer from the beer company he loves to go at. Let's get him in here right now.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Huge game coming up this week. I think for both teams, it's very tide turning for
Oh yeah,
because it's really almost division. It's leaning on if they lose this game, they can both not get the division
oh
in
yeah,
a
yeah. Well, I
sense.
mean, for the Bengals, I mean, we're behind the eight ball as far as our division goes. The Ravens are ahead of us. Yes, everybody else kind of come back to us, or so we're all 4-3 except for the Ravens. So yeah, we got this is a big win for us if we win. That is, I'll put it that way. We got a big tide turning thing for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a very interesting game at least. That's what I want. I got this little new segment like behind enemy lines. Like we know, I had you on before, so we know how the fandom kind of started and things like that.
Oh
But
yeah, oh yeah.
I wanted this more kind of to be like, how are things looking for? Jesus, oh God, my dog almost just took us out. He's an 80-pound dog, and he almost took everything out. Um, I see it, but uh, I wanted to just be like, I I told my buddy before, like at the beginning of the year, because I picked up Burrow in fantasy. And I was
Right.
like, the only thing I'm worried about, like, I know it's a calf injury, it's not serious, but as the Bills fans know, we have Milano. He has calf injuries every once in a while. They come up out of nowhere, and
Mm-hmm.
he can be playing great, and then it's a calf strain, and then he's had issues before, and they don't want to risk it. So I know he's coming off a bye week. He played great. Is it still like a concern in the back of like your guys' fans' heads, or even your head of
Uh, as,
like,
as far as me, no, because the way he was running around and diving, which he doesn't like to slide, which drives me nuts. I wish he'd slide, but he's diving head first and getting hit in the leg and everything. I think he feels 100%. Now, yeah, I mean, it's football. It could pop up at any time, but for right now, yeah, I think he's 100%. And if you got him in fantasy earlier in the year, I'm sorry because he stunk
yes,
earlier in the
it
year.
was
But
horrible.
oh, he was horrible. He couldn't move. But the way he played Sunday against the Sucky Niners, which I call them the Sucky Niners because they beat us twice in 2 Super Bowls. I
Yeah,
mean, and that's the best I've seen him play. I don't know ever. He had 19 straight completions. I mean, he's player of the week. I mean, I don't know if he can play much better than he did this past Sunday. So right now he's looking pretty darn good. I'll say that.
yeah, I definitely I agree. Like he had a great game. I always, I don't know. With Milano, I don't worry about it as much, but it's like I always think like later on in the season, is he going to be around?
Right.
Like
Well,
a
Joe
little creep
usually
up.
gets hurt. If he gets hurt, he can't have a normal training camp. He's got either COVID for his rookie year, his knee the second year, and then his appendectomy his third year, and now this year his calf strain. So once he gets through all that, once we get to November, it seems like we're clicking and Joe stays healthy. But up until it's kind of a struggle getting to that point, though.
Oh yeah, I definitely could see that. It's been a crazy run for him, but he's been still being very successful even with all that stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Um, Kind of bouncing off that a little bit, like what's the like? Because I know the energy must have been a little bit low in the beginning of the year for Bengals fans. I know you've last year didn't start off as great either, and it kind of like you excelled towards the end, which was awesome to see. It's just how is the energy now with the team? Is it like especially like with the whole like situation with like the division and like everything's kind of up. It's up for grabs for second place. First place is more of a reach, but like how's that energy going? Like with you
Well, I'll
guys,
start
do you
off
think?
with the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. It was, oh my God, the season's over. We suck. Our offense line is terrible. What's wrong with Joe? We're not going to win a game, blah, 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 blah. And I kept telling everybody, I'm like, this reminds me a lot of last year. You know, we stunk the first 2 months, and then we went and won every single game, November, December, and all up to the AFC Championship game. I kept telling everybody, I was like, when Joe gets healthy, I think it's going to be a lot different. Right now, it's everybody's through the roof. I don't know if we can get the division. I mean, the Ravens have got to lose a couple more games, but the wild card is definitely in play. I mean, I was hoping when we started the season that we were going to try to go and compete for that number 1 spot with you guys and the
Yeah.
Chiefs get like we did last year. Well, that was more than number 2 for us. We never really got close to number 1, but I was hoping we'd be able to do that. That's might be out of reach. I mean, who knows what happens? We'll see. We still got a long ways to go, but yeah, I think we're more of the wild card. And yeah, right now everybody's sky high right now. So I mean, we got Sunday Night Football coming here. You guys are coming in. Your fan base is coming in. You guys crazy bunch of MFers are be jumping through tables and stuff. And we're gonna be have the Paycor Stadium is gonna be striped. So we got different sections. It's gonna be orange and black. So
nice.
It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna have so much fun if you're coming to the game. The lights and everything, you know, we got a whole bunch of different tailgates that you guys can come to and hang out. And it's gonna be an absolute blast, dude. I cannot freaking wait.
I want like this is what that would be one of the games I would have loved to come to. I didn't have the means to get there this year. I was joking with my brother. I almost made I think it was like 2 or 3 like anytime touchdowns off this. I made a massive parlay for like 8 anytime touchdowns.
Right.
For like I picked 1 per game across the whole 1 o'clock. I go, if this hits, we're gonna go to Cincinnati to watch that game because I could have won $16,000. I go, I would at least got a chunk of money at first.
Oh yeah,
you down there.
You've been hooking me up with some beers too when you can visit.
Oh, definitely. I would be definitely having some of your guys'
we'll have some of the Jackpot Joey beer here from
Joey's. But no, I was like, man, I really would love to get down there to watch a game. But then go down there with my buddy because he's a Bengals fan. I was rooting for you guys too this year. I was like, there's no way they don't take the division. I go, but it's just a wild. It's just nothing ever goes straight for the Bengals initially.
No, initially it doesn't. I mean, the thing we're holding out hope is if it goes to plan like it's with the last couple of years. I mean, the Ravens have been in first place and they've crumbled coming down the stretch. You know, Lamar gets hurt. Now, OBJ's already hurt. He's not even playing that good, to be honest. So, I mean, they're playing really good right now. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, if everything goes the way it's been going, the Ravens, I have to call them the Ratbirds, will start crumbling. And hopefully the Bengals will keep winning and we can go get this division. But like I said, my mindset right now is 1 game at a time. Right now, like Joe Burrow and the Bengals say, we're focusing on the Bills and try to get that win and so on and so on. And that's one thing I think this team does a good job of not – worrying about the next game too much. You know, they try to just focus on the game at hand. And that's, like I said, I think that's what helped them win 10 or 11 or 12 games in a row last year.
Yeah. A lot of good mental stability, kind of using like having zero memory from the week before.
Right.
No short term, only short term, no long term. Talking about injuries, we can go in. I got a little bit of the injury report. It's not, I didn't get the one for today because I think it might be just out now, but it's a little bothersome. I didn't like seeing. I know they're probably just resting Allen. It's the first practice,
right?
But last week, obviously it was Thursday night. Maybe he did a full practice the whole time. Like they didn't limit him. Like there was no limit. It was like you're out there full bore. So I don't like seeing that personally as a Bills fan.
Right.
Because it's like, why was he just like limited? You know what I mean? Just out there kind of just tossing passes or something, you know, just maybe he's
getting a veteran rest day. That's what some of our guys get. Now with his shoulder injury, is that the same shoulder?
It's a throwing arm.
Is a throwing arm? That's what he had problems with last year, right?
Yeah, it was his elbow. He had his elbow was torn last year.
Yeah. So yeah, that is. I think Josh Allen's going to play. I wouldn't.
Me too. I'm just like.
That dude's a dog, man. He's going to freaking play. Josh Allen. if that dude can crawl out there, I think he's going to play.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just like I just don't like see. It makes it seem like there's something more. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
My good news for the Bills, I think, was Kyler Elam going on injured reserve.
That's good news.
Because
I remember lots of Bengals fans wanted to draft. So I guess thank you for drafting him. So we didn't.
Yeah, I wish if you guys would have grabbed him earlier. We got Breece Hall, and everything would be great for us.
Right.
No, but it was funny how it happened. I was like, oh, why was he on the injury report yesterday? He didn't play last week. You know, it's like it was ankle, and then they go, oh, we signed a new D tackle. He's going on injured reserves. I'm like.
Great.
The teams just can say, "Oh yeah, he was injured for a day. It's an ankle injury." I don't know what actually happened, but I was just like, I just don't want to see him on the field until he's actually ready to play better. It seems like he just can't. He's either holding or he's getting burnt, or like
those aren't good combinations.
Yeah, it's not great for him. Then I mean, it's not really huge for the Bills with Quentin. I mean, Quentin Morris, he's that tight end from last year we picked up. I mean, it'd be nice to have two tight ends out there because it was weird that they didn't even use they call him a fullback, but he's a tight end too, Reggie Gilliam.
Right.
I don't know why they didn't throw him out there, but I like the offense without 12 personnel.
Right.
But that's one of my storylines. I always talk about that later. I'm curious what they're going to do, pretty much.
Right.
But if the tight end, if Quentin Morris can't play, then that's another thing. It's like you're going to probably see more 11. Be honest.
Exactly.
And yeah, on your guys' side,
our side, Trey Henderson actually practiced today.
Did he? Okay, that's good.
I don't know if it was full participation, but I know he was out there.
Okay.
Mixon was out there. I see Orlando Brown listed. I think he's been practicing all week. I was just
he was limited. He was just limited the other day, but I was like,
he was limited last week too. He played the whole game, so I'm not too worried about him. I was gonna look. I'll try to look up, but on my phone while we're talking here, but the injury report hasn't come out yet. But I do know
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So we're kind of guessing here, but I do know. Like I said, I do know for a fact that Trey was out on the practice field. For how limited, full, I don't know because some of the Bengals beat writers tweeted that out earlier, so I did see that.
Yeah, same thing with like how Josh and Trey. I'm like, I expected him to play.
Well, the funny thing is Trey sprained his ankle, and then he went and retaped it and went back out there and played even better with a hurt ankle than he did with the regular. He's just like Josh Allen. He's a freaking beast, dude.
Exactly.
We're going blackout Trey, dude. He's having a hell of a year, and he's crazy on the football field. He's a very nice guy off the field, but I wouldn't want to go get him on the field, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I'd probably just. I don't think I'd make it out. I'm short, man. I'd be just getting eaten up. But yeah, that's. I mean, honestly, it's like I said. There's not too much injuries for this game that are really affecting. I put Josh Tupou on there just because he is. It's just the depth that your guys is like nose tackle, pretty much. That's really the one thing it affects. Because I think you guys rotate kind of similar to us in a sense.
Yep.
You may keep a couple more pieces on there more permanent, but you still rotate to keep people fast and
BJ Hill, DJ Reader, Trey, and Sam are all our starters, and then they rotate guys in there. Tupou, Joseph Osai, Miles Murphy. So they do rotate them in. I would like to see them rotate them in a little more so we could give Trey and Sam, these guys, and DJ a little more of a break. But the snaps are still for the starters over the backups. But yeah, they do rotate them in.
Yeah, so that's one reason I put that in. I was like, I might, especially if Trey couldn't play, that would definitely, that line wouldn't be as bolstered. They wouldn't have as much.
No, we'd have to have Joseph Osai stuff up, which that's a guy who I thought was going to have a really good year this year, and then he got injured again, and it's a high ankle sprain, and his snaps actually went down last week, which kind of surprised me. I thought they were going to start going back up. I'm hoping they'll go back up because everybody remembers he made the play against the Chiefs where he knocked Mahomes out of bounds, but before that, he was having a hell of a game. He was really starting to come on last year, so I was kind of hoping that his snap count would go up, which, I mean, stay a long season ago, it still might come up, but that's a name to keep an eye out for. That hopefully start making an impact here for the Bengals again.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna jump into these storylines though, because, like I said, one of the things that I really want to see for the Bills is just because we picked up some pieces. Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see how fast they're going to incorporate any of them.
Well, you said that quarterback from Green Bay.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested. I would because he's used to playing his own defense. We play heavy zone. Putting him into packages would just be him kind of being, and I think him and Hyde maybe they can talk. They weren't there together, but I don't know. Maybe he can Hyde's a good leader. They're all good leaders, and if he can pick things up generally quick, I think this is gonna be huge. Because granted, Bernard played pretty well last. He got beat a couple times last week,
right?
Which I wasn't a huge fan of, but because they're only passing to one guy, that one guy was just getting yards all over the place. Mm-hmm. Godwin was you knew it was going to go to him at that point almost.
Right.
But I don't know. It just bothers me. I want to see. I want to see. Yeah. I want to see Rasul Douglas on the field,
Mm-hmm.
at least getting snaps in, so he can and be like not primary, but like as a CB2
It
and
would be
filling in for Dane
interesting.
Jackson.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many snaps he does get because they just got him. But yeah, like I said, he did play zone, so I don't know. That's a good question. I don't personally see him playing a lot because he just got there, unless he
Yeah.
picks it up really freaking quick, which he might. I mean, I don't know, he might,
Yeah.
but I could see him probably limited snaps. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like I said, it all depends on how fast he picks up that defense.
Or even like Fournette. I don't know. I would just.
Well, the other thing you got to look at it's not picking up the defense. It's also the communication he's got to have. He's never played with these
Yeah,
guys before, so
that's true.
that's where and just from for the Bengals perspective, we had two new safeties. I know we're talking quarterback here, but it's, still communication. We had
Safeties
two
are
new safeties.
huge.
Yeah, we had two new safeties, and the big thing we're having problems with, they're not problems, but they're trying to establish the communication. I know they have to have communication in the secondary in general, so that's another thing that would be. Like I said, I'd just be surprised if he got a lot of snaps just because of all of that, because you got to know where you're going to be, on the defense. So,
and they trust their guys pretty well, so I think they're going to trust Dane Jackson, who knows the scheme over that. Yeah. I think if we do see him, you could see like just Leonard Fournette in the game, maybe not playing, like
now,
on the side.
That's different. Running back's different. You
I
grab
think
the ball and you hit the hole and run.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have him there just in case.
Yeah,
because if anyone gets if David Murray gets hurt or anyone, knock on wood, like we're down to one and a fullback.
Yeah.
You can't go in there with two running backs like that. They did it last week because they had no choice, really.
Lenny, I can see him getting some snaps. I think he might actually get some, I don't know, meaningful ones or whatever. But yeah, because like I said, running back, and I'm not trying to dumb down the position, but you grab the ball and you go where the hole is, and it's they're all blocking schemes are a lot alike. So that's there's not. I won't say there's not a lot to it, but it's easier to pick up, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Yeah, no, I got what you're putting on. It makes sense. Like I said, that's why I could see him going.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, having corner depth would be really great too, because if anyone goes down, it's going to be a long. We're already going against a 3-headed monster at this point.
Right,
so it's
right. Yeah, I wish we had running back depth because we got Joe Mixon and Travion Williams with Chase Brown, our 6th-round pick. He's on the IR now, so
yeah.
That's what I was hoping we'd pick up somebody for at least RB2. We didn't, so I don't know. That's one's got me worried. I mean, the Bengals did elevate Tanner Hudson up to I don't know if he's going to be tight end 1, but our Smith project has not worked out at all for us. He has been a huge disappointment. So that's the storyline for us, is trying to see how Tanner Hudson does. I like I said, I'm not saying he's going to be the number 1. I think he should be because he's our best pass catching tight end. Our other two, Sample and Mitchell Wilcox, are basically just one's a special teams guy. The other one's pretty much just a blocking tight end, which Drew Sample's a really good blocking tight end, but he can't catch a cold.
Yeah, so he's not going to be an actual threat. That's the only problem.
Right, yeah. Tanner Hudson could actually be a threat, and we haven't had that since Hayden Hurst last year.
Exactly, and it was kind of wild to see him. I don't know, like you guys' tight end situation has been very indifferent. Like you guys might find a guy, and then they just don't want to pay him, and he's gone. And he's like he just outperforms.
Our offense is not a tight end driven offense, so it looks good when the guys come in there and they get the checkdowns and they make the play. So yeah, they're good, and they go off, and like CJ Uzomah's with the Jets doing good. Hayden Hurst is with Carolina. We're just. Well, I was surprised we didn't draft one, to be honest. There's so many freaking tight ends in the draft. We didn't draft any of them. But yeah, I was. That's what we do. I mean, we just, and who knows? Tanner Hudson. I'll say this yesterday on my show. I said, hey, they promote him, and maybe he has a great year, and he goes off and gets his money for somebody else, and we go find another one, because that's the way it's been the last couple of years.
Not too far from it. It could happen, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, we got we can't pay a tight end. We got too many guys. We got T. Higgins, Jonah Williams coming up, DJ Reader, Chidobe Awuzie. We got too many guys that we're not going to be able to sign all of them right now. They're all free agents at the end of this year. So, yeah, signing a big time tight end is probably not in the cards even this year for us. That's why hopefully maybe we'll draft one.
Oh yeah, definitely. And also just talking about the offense, just that it's that three-headed monster versus our like it's not limited, but it's definitely not as strong as it was at the beginning of the year, like the secondary. I'm just
Right.
that coming in is just gonna be where the kind of battle is gonna be won and lost, I think.
You talking Chase T and TB?
Yeah,
The wide
that's
receiver?
gonna
Yeah. Well,
be where it's won and lost. But
I got
if
another
we
name
can,
for you.
yeah.
You keep up on for Yoshivas, our rookie. He got his
Ooh,
second touchdown last week. Andre Yoshivas. He's number 80.
you think he's a sneaky anytime you're gonna put for this game?
He could be. He could be because he's last two games he's got a touchdown. So he's a tall guy like T Higgins, and he's fast. Actually, I think he's faster than T Higgins. We got him out of Princeton. He was a what was it, heptathlon person. He did that and played
Oh
football.
wow. Oh
So
nice.
yeah, he's dude. He's sneaky. I keep an eye for. So yeah, we got the three. We also got Yoshi. So
Is he more slot or is he gonna
no,
be
he's wide.
wide? Okay.
Yep, he's deep threat. He's deep threat, and then corner of the end zone, going up to get the ball.
Oh, okay.
He's more of like T, and like we got another one we drafted, but he's on IR. Charlie Jones, he's a slot guy, but you don't have to worry about him. He's on
He's
IR.
on IR.
He's not coming back till I think next week. I think, but yeah,
And I definitely can see it's gonna be I see this being very more offensively. I mean, obviously I think that both defenses are great, but it's gonna be more on the quarterbacks because they're gonna have to perform every single step around the field. They can't make
right.
any mistakes. It's gonna be whoever can come down and make a play at the end of the day. And I think it's gonna be between him and Burrow and Allen. They've been both having up and downs throughout the year. One because it actually not both because injury. Allen definitely had some dumb decisions some games, but I think it's just gonna see who they both came off a pretty decent game, at least for their play. And they're seeing who can kind of keep it rolling and who can keep the offense kind of keep scooting down the field and hopefully score once you get into the red zone.
Yeah, for me with Josh Allen, he's just got to make sure that he doesn't make stupid decisions. I mean, and I'm not trying to make fun of him. He said it before. He puts the ball in harm's way because he's got a cannon for a freaking arm. So I understand why he tries to make some of these throws and stuff. But that's the thing. He's got to be a little smarter about it. And yeah, I do. It's going to come back down to the quarterbacks. We got two of the best quarterbacks in the league, and Jack Joey and Josh Allen. And yeah, it could come down to the last drive. I mean, both defenses are good. I mean, we play our defense is playing lights out right now. But like I said, your guys' offense is awesome. And so I mean, it could come down to the last drive, a field goal. Who knows? Yeah. It's going to be a fun game, and to watch Joe Burrow and Josh Allen on the field at the same time, it's just that's one of those popcorn moment. Get your popcorn ready.
Exactly.
Moment, because these are two of the best quarterbacks in this era right now, and you get to watch them on Sunday night. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, exactly. It's gonna be amazing. And last but not least, I'm just interested what offense the Bills are gonna come out in. If they're gonna continue with the offense they played last week, where it was just all spread, 11 personnel, spreading the pill around, quick shots, doing some things downfield too. Or are they gonna try going back to to being more not conservative, but a more 12 personnel if they can get another tight end that is more reliable as a pass catcher and more of a threat.
So yeah, for the Bengals offense, since Joe can actually move, we want to under center a lot more, and that opened up the play action, which actually opened up the run game, and we had our best running game last week. We ran for 134 yards total. So that's gonna be an interesting thing to me is see. And now that it's on film, because the 49ers didn't see it. Nobody had it on film unless under center and do play action or anything like that this year because Joe couldn't do it. So that'd be the interesting thing to me is what wrinkles will Zach Taylor have to this under center offense? Now, we're not going under center all the time. We're still going shotgun. We're still a shotgun offense. But the wrinkles that he does to try to throw the Bills off to since they do have tape on it, now. So It'll be interesting. That's the dichotomy that I like, the chess matches. Lou Anarumo versus the Bills offense, and Zach versus the defense, and Joe Jackpot versus Brandon Allen. There's so much cool stuff with these two teams here to discuss.
And last but not least, the Mixon battle. The Mixon versus our defense again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we patched it up, and we've been doing good with the run game now. We patched it up enough, but like I said, it hasn't been facing as much. If we can't get that initial pressure in the beginning, and obviously we're going to be stuffing that run.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't get that and then still just do a natural pressure, it's gonna leak into one side being weaker than the other. And I would rather have all 7 people be in the back doing what they need to do to stop the three-headed monster, when the 4 can just kind of go up and just put the pressure on them. But if we have to start throwing extra people and doing things like that, like on regular, it's going to open stuff up either downfield, or he's going to run another way and make one cut and he's gone, instead of having that relief back there. So it's going to be, that's where I think another big piece of the battle is just how we're going to manage that. Because last game he was getting 8 yards. It felt like he was getting 8 yards of run. Dude, and it was just like
that last game in the playoffs. That was the best I've seen Mixon run in a while. I was shocked of how, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but I was shocked at how well we ran it in that game. And we did it, and we had 2 of our offensive linemen out. So I know I know Buffalo's going, you're not doing that on us, kid. We're doing this stuff. You're gonna beat us some other way. So
exactly. So I don't want to give you guys too much leeway in the back end either, because that's a quick score. At least if he gets 15 yards, okay, you got 15 yards that one play, instead of they scored a touchdown 60 yards on the field.
Right.
But that's my last one for that. Just because there's just so much to talk about for it. There's so much amplitude of everything coming into this game, because especially with the whole Hamlin thing, and then it's going to be interesting what they're going to. I'm curious how they're going to, I know he's going to be on the field there. So it's like, at least going to be showing up to the game. You know what I mean?
Well, it'll be surreal because I was at the game last year when all that happened with him. And that was the craziest thing I've ever seen, because, we're all cheering and hyping up the Bengals, going downhill. We scored our touchdown. And all of a sudden, I see somebody on the ground, and I could see some guy going up and down. And I'm like, what are they doing? And they was like, they're giving chest compressions. I'm like, holy crap, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then the ambulance came out, and that went from the loudest I'd ever heard Paycor Stadium to the quietest. And nobody gave a crap about the football game after that. We always wanted to know, first of all, who is he? Because we had no idea who was on the field. Yeah. So we had to find out who's laying down there. And then we found out it's DeMar. Who, is he okay? What's going on? And then we're getting reports that, they had to get his heartbeat going. It's like, dude, I would never forget that, because I was, you go for a party, like, let's go, football, and then, all right, this is a dude's life. This is serious, screw the football. Let's make sure this guy's okay. So yeah, they're gonna do something. I don't know if it's gonna be a whole lot, because they've already honored DeMar at the Super Bowl. We've honored all the paramedics. And they're going to do something. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I think the Bills and the Bengals kind of want to. All right, this happened last year. He made it. Let's move on a little bit. So.
Yeah, let's go on to we're like you said, we're doing short-term memory. We're in this game now. I mean, people are going to bring it.
DeMar of what it'll be like for him going back to that stadium for the first time.
Oh,
that's one interesting thing, I think.
There's going to be, whatever happens, there's going to be interviews everywhere about that. You're going to hear his piece and hear how he felt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I love the segment of players of the game. I pick one, offense and defense. So because I like to pick both sides, and these are players that if they perform well, they're going to win the game be a big part in the winning of it. And if they don't perform, same thing. It's going to be a big part of losing as well. Obviously, I try to stick away from the obvious answers. I even picked some for you guys because see what you think if I'm right or not. But
he's got to step up. This could be a game. He hasn't had that big T Higgins game. So yeah, I can see that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got Gabe Davis just because I think you guys are going to do some sort of blocking off Diggs. I think you're going to try to kind of keep him. You're not going to put any one person on him. If you do, you may put your best corner on him. But who knows? And I think that's going to be. I think it's Cam. It's Cam Britton. Like, isn't that? That's your guys' starter, right? The wide receiver one.
Yeah, Juice.
Cam Taylor Britt. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he might. Maybe they might throw him on there and then try to just double Davis. But he's gonna have to do something to break off something because they're gonna that middle can be open and they might be able to take advantage of the safeties, but we're gonna have to get something out on the outside as well. We can't just keep throwing in. You have to go out at some point. So he has to step up, make the catches. He's been doing good, but just don't bring back the drops, pretty much. Because when that happens, it just deflates the team because it's like a great pass, everything went well, hit his hands, and then or hit his chest, or something like that. Where he's a big hand catch guy, but sometimes you got to bring it in more, and it's weird because you say always catch with your hands, but sometimes they need to drag it in closer so people can't swipe at it,
Right. That's trying to punch it out. Everybody's trying to do that now.
Yeah. And then I want to see Von Miller do something now. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a good one he does something against us all the time, seems like.
He's had a couple weeks where they haven't been putting him in as many times. Like his snap count's getting higher. I want to see him have a big game because Wagner's been showing up on the other side. We have the pieces for him he has the other side going well for him. He has to just step up. He's been doing good pressures, and he's been coming in hard. And I'm not pausing that, but it's been good. He's been doing a good job, and I just want to see him have that big game. Get that one, at least a sack and like tons of pressures. If he gets at least gets the sack in, you know what I mean? And then maybe like a fumble or something, but something where he impacted a big impact on the game because he has the potential to do that. He's Von Miller.
Hall of Famer.
and he has the young the talent on the other side too that has been playing very well all year. And now we got him back in there. It just has to be one big puzzle again. Where it's the wreaking of the havoc with just four. And that's what we need to do. And I just want to see that implement better. And then obviously for you guys, like I said, I have T. Higgins. So I think we're gonna try to kind of shut down Chase. Chase hasn't been last game he came in big, but before that he wasn't getting as much like catches because he's been hurt too. So he's been not having a horrible year, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not like the year that Chase had last year before.
No, he had a pretty good game against Arizona.
Yeah, well, I know.
Breakout game. Yeah, I got you. And Chase hasn't been injured. T's been injured. He's the one.
TS. Oh, okay, sorry, I got mixed up.
Rib. So yeah,
but it seems like Chase is like compared to last year because he was getting so many yards and so many everything. It's like it was like him and like Justin all like going up the ranks.
A lot of that had to do with T being injured and not being the weapon that he has been. So people have been able to double team Chase now. So I do agree with you that T is starting like last week. He started making more plays. He's only really had one game that he's had a really good game. That was against the Ratbirds. Yeah, T can have a good one. I don't know why this is, and I know we talked about this, but I just got a feeling that they're going to try to take our offensive line and because our offensive line is finally playing really well. And now, knock on wood, I'm going to freaking somebody's going to get injured. I start talking about our offensive line, but I got a feeling that we talk about you guys want to try to stop mixing. For some reason, I just have this feeling going into this game that it's going to be a big run heavy game for the Bengals, just because we haven't had that yet. That's a wrinkle that we haven't shown that we can do, and so that's where I'm like, Joe Mixon might be the breakout guy for us on Sunday as far as offense. Of course, it's going to be Joe Burrow, and for you guys, Josh Allen. But yeah. I think, and I really want to put it on Allen for you guys, just because if Josh doesn't make the big mistakes that he does sometimes, you guys have every shot in the world of winning this thing. So that's to me that's the thing. The key to me for you guys all the time is if Josh Allen plays smart, and doesn't doesn't turn the ball over and fumbles and stuff like that. The things he's had problems in the past. When he plays mistake-free football, you guys are hard as hell to beat.
Yeah, I had him on there last week, and it was just because he had the issue, like there was definitely some issues the week before. I almost put Ken Dorsey on there because I was like, if we can't bounce, if we can't come out fast, like if we can't have a fast like first quarter, like second quarter, like at least score 10 plus points in that first half, it's gonna be a hard game, and that's where I almost put him there. And then obviously I put Trey Hendrickson on your guys's for your defense because if he can if he can come in and wreak the havoc on his side, he's going to make it harder for the other side, and Josh is not going to have as much time. If you don't give Josh time,
I said I'm going to put it for our defense. You kind of brought it up, Juice, Cam Taylor-Britt. He might be on Diggs the whole time. Does Diggs does he switch sides? I can't remember. Or does he stay on one side all the time? Our DBs don't switch; they stay on one side.
They definitely like they'll move him around, motion and stuff like that to get him in different places.
Well, I'll put our DBs versus him. You know that's the key for me. Excuse me, to try to get him shut down. And yeah, Trey Henderson, he's been a freaking beast, dude.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if he can come in and just have a big game, it's gonna be hard because it's gonna be hard to make like without Josh Allen having like the time, he's gonna have to dink and dunk and. He doesn't mind doing that because we've had good games with him doing it, but it's good. It's just going to make it harder because those people are going to have to get open, and it's with closer quarters. It's easier for mistakes to happen. So that's why he's got
to be patient with it. That's something I think Josh Allen doesn't stay patient with it, and because you keep digging your way down the field, eventually the safeties are going to creep up on and try to stop it. That's why you take the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's where and Von Miller, dude, He's the one guy on the defense that scares me because we've always had problems with him. He's a freaking Hall of Famer. He's a beast. So I can't go with anybody other than him, to be honest, as far as your defense goes. I mean, fortunately, a lot of your defense has gotten injured. So
no.
It's been one of. I was watching the game in England. And I'm like, holy crap! He had like 3 guys go down. Like, geez,
yeah, that was. I mean. The biggest one besides having like Trey, like Milano's out now. It's just a huge piece. Mm-hmm. He was the veteran like linebacker in there. Now it's just not rookies, but they're like just not considered veterans yet. Exactly. So I almost put Cam Taylor-Britt as for you guys for the defense, but I'm like. Like he can affect one of the receivers. He can affect one side of the field. Then if they have him on Diggs all the time, but if Allen gets if Allen gets like pushed off center and like he's decent against like rushing like that, but it's gonna make him make a mistake. That's why I was like, that's why I switched. I was like, nah, this guy's a beast. He's gonna be coming in. He's gonna be coming in trying to wreak havoc. Right. And if we don't get the ball out quick, there's going to be some times where he's probably going to get like a sack or so, maybe a sack and a half or something like that going on.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, he's going to be in there. He's not. Right. It's because it's just going to happen. You can't keep him out. Can't keep him out of the backfield all game.
he's been having a really good year. I mean, there's the top guys, and he's like right below them. You got J.J. Watt and Myles Garrett, and those guys. He's not there, but he's right below them.
Well, definitely. Like I said, he's great to have. Like I had him on fantasy before. He always gets plenty of stuff going on, tackles, everything like that with the run game stuff too. Like right. At least when they try to flush it outside. This is my new actual favorite segment is the Bills Bengals lose if. I like because everyone does like they'll win. I like it's not pessimistic. It's just looking at like what would cause you not to win. Like
right.
I feel like it's more easier to predict in a sense, and it gives you more of a humbling look at your team and what would actually cause it not to win the game.
Right.
For the Bills, I have it. If we come off slow this game, like our offense is just dry and there's nothing making like any movement there. I mean, we don't score the first quarter and a half, something like that. It's going to be very hard to win this game. It's just plain and simple. That's why I just stress on like I want to see what kind of offensive scheme they're going to have coming into this, because they showed a flash of the like 11 personnel last game with the spread. Mm-hmm. So they kind of have an idea. People are going to be watching Shakir more. People are going to be doing this more. You know what I mean? But I'm just curious what they're going to do now without Knox and stuff on the field.
Yeah,
But
for us, I'm curious. As like I said, they went under center for the first time last week. The wrinkles, if like the 49ers were biting on the play action a lot, and like I said, the play action opened up the run. If you guys aren't biting on that and you're stopping our run and forcing us to dink and dunk and go down the middle, and we can't run on you, then yes, that's going to be the key, I think, for you guys to beating us. Is you got to make us one dimensional, keep everything in front of you, make us dink and dunk, nothing over the top, and stop the run. Which I mean, we haven't been great at running the ball. I mean, we did good last week. I hope it's a sign of things to come. But that's to me the key to beating us is get that run game stopped. Keep Jamar Chase, keep T Higgins, keep those guys in front of you, and just shut us down when we get down into the red zone.
definitely, like if we can stop you towards getting that red zone, that's gonna obviously any game. Red zone like scoring percentage is always a big thing.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what the Ravens and the teams that we lost. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't move it very much. That's kind of the key. You can't let us get going. Like if we got a good balance between run and pass, we're really hard to stop. If you can make us one dimensional, that's when you have a shot at or the best shot at beating us.
Oh, definitely. So last but not least, we got the score predictions. So
Nope.
you don't have to pull one out. Like I said, you got a video coming up. Obviously, you're gonna be doing live, so not gonna affect it. But I have this being kind of high scoring. I have the Bills. It's gonna be 33 to like a 26 or
Oh, dude, we're
27.
close. I was thinking, the one that popped in my head is a 34-27. Of course, I won Bengals.
Yeah,
But I
but
think it's a close game.
it's gonna come down to one team going down the field to get a touchdown to tie it or like win it. That's why I went like 33. Like I like the 27, but I don't like 27 because that means a touchdown and win it. It's like,
right.
It's more stress on it, but I was like,
Yeah.
something close. It's gonna be within that 6-7 point range. I don't think any team's blowing any other team out of the water at this point.
No,
I think it's
don't,
gonna be very
I don't think
close.
so. No, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be definitely a close game for sure. I mean, every game we've had except for last weekend has been close. Well, Tennessee we got blown out.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the games we've won, they've been within like 7 points.
Yeah, I see it being something similar to that. But yeah, thanks for coming on the channel, man. Like you said, shoot out your stuff. Like you can put all your promotion and stuff out there.
Yeah,
anytime.
no problem. Yeah, thanks for having me on. This is fun. I had you on I think twice last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, the show is called Sports with Strawberry Ice. It's a silly name. It's a name I got when I was in radio, so that's why I was Vanilla Ice is big. They call me Strawberry Ice, Sports Strawberry Ice. So that's what the name of the show is. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, like I said, YouTube, Threads. So I'm live every day, Monday through Friday, live at 5:30. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, all the live shows are all there, on there, and then I do different videos, clip stuff out about the Bengals, and like I said, it's all Bengals this time of year, but I do Reds and Bearcats and all kinds of other stuff. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Chad. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. I'll let you get going so you can prep for your own video coming up.
All right, man. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you
Peace.
later.
But yeah, that was an awesome like Bengals creator. I love collabing with him. I got him last year, surprisingly, and just very nice guy. He's got all these like abundance of like subs and everything going on above me, and just having him come on the video is really nice. And also he's got I like his like more explosive personality and like his takes and stuff like that, where he's not afraid to say stuff. So definitely something good. Got some upcoming videos. I'm gonna be doing Bills versus Bengals post game reaction. I'll probably put that out probably Monday night. Definitely Monday night because I'm not gonna be doing it Sunday night because the game's gonna be going on, and it's due more Monday morning if I want to start prepping anything. So I'll wait till doing that Monday evening or even dropping it Tuesday morning or something along those lines. I didn't do a Thursday Night Football this week just because I was doing this video, but I'll do a Thursday Night Football next week for that matchup and just put some parlays in and just make them. I'll either do like a same game parlay breakdown or actually making it on the stream. And then same, just jumping back into Bills football and doing whatever I can. I'm gonna try doing some more videos and updates and stuff, but I don't have anything else planned at the moment. Oh, Friday I do have the weekly college football breakdown for the week, top 5 games with Andrew Bannis and everything, and making some parlays and thing, just doing something fun. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Go Bills, and I'm out.